This is only the very northern part of Mobile County. Everybody else is out of this warning. All right, so if you're watching from Saraland, you're out of this warning. If you're watching from Sims, you're out of this warning. You're watching from Grand Bay, you're way out of this warning. The storm is way north of you. All right, so this is up around Coy Smith Highway, Panola. This is moving to the north. There's the county line between Mobile and Washington County. So this is going to cross over the county line and head up towards Chastang here in just a bit. That is what we're looking at here with this storm. We're just looking at the new tornado warning. This goes until 2. Once again, it's for the northern part of the county. Let me go ahead and get this back up here so we can see the radar and see exactly where we're at. So there's the heavy rain, and what we're looking at here, the part that's concerning is right in through here. There's a little notch, and that shows the possibility of some rotation. Now, it's radar indicated rotation, so we don't know for sure if this is getting all the way down to the ground, but even if it's not, that's the sign of a strong thunderstorm. And this one's had a history. This is the same storm, the last trailing thunderstorm in this line, that created the tornado warning across the southern part of Mobile County and the central part of Mobile County, right through the city of Mobile, then up towards Saraland. This is the same exact cell, so it's had a history of rotating, and that's why we're seeing a new tornado warning with this cell. Once again, here's Citronelle. Here's Mount Vernon. This is moving off to the north at around 20 to 25 miles an hour. So this is not going to be any farther to the south. And even if you're south of this point, you don't have anything to worry about. This is all going to be from here on to the north. And there's the county line. Chastang is right about here. So this is the area that is going to see the worst of the weather around Coy Smith Highway. If you're up in this area, the very northern section of Mobile County, you need to get away from the windows, get into an interior part of your home, and stay away from those windows. Same deal if you're in southern Washington County, anywhere from Vinegar Bend to McIntosh up to Chatham. If you're in any of those areas, you need to make sure you do the same exact thing. You get into the interior room of your house, you stay away from the windows and let this thing pass on by. So once again, that is tornado warning for the northern part of, very northern part of Mobile County and the southern part of Washington County. That goes until 2 o'clock here this afternoon. And once again, it's for right through here around Coy Smith Highway. That is where we are currently seeing this storm moving on through. So for the rest of us here, once again, if you're not within this box, you're out of this. This is the one storm. There's not a whole bunch of storms floating around out there right now. I'm going to widen things out so you can see that to the south here, there's not as much rain, and we're waiting on more rain that is going to come in later. We had this round that came through this morning and right around lunchtime, and that storm is kind of the trailing storm on all this. There is some smaller showers, but nothing else out there that is like the one that's coming through the northern part of Mobile County. So that's what we're looking at right now. We'll have some heavier rain you can see off to the west around Hattiesburg there. So another line of rain will come in later on this afternoon, but we're going to get a bit of a break once we can get rid of this one. But this one, once again, has a tornado warning, and this is until 2 o'clock this afternoon. So if you're in northern Mobile County, up around Citronelle, Coy Smith Highway, you need to be taking shelter. You're in southern Washington County, anywhere from Vinegar Bend over to McIntosh, up to Chatham, you need to be taking shelter as well. If you're north of Chatham, just keep an eye on this, all right? And see if what's going to happen with it, see if it'll continue to be pretty strong. It likely will be pretty strong as it passes by north of Chatham, so just be aware that even if it's still not a tornado warning at that point, we're likely to see a strong, maybe even a severe thunderstorm passing by your area. So this one's had a history. Like I said, it first showed circulation down pretty well near the station here, down near 65 and I-10. It worked its way up 65, up Celeste Road, and now is the northern part of the county. Jennifer, if you could zoom us back down there, and let's show folks exactly what we're talking about. Right about here. There's Citronelle, there's Mount Vernon, and there's the notch in the radar picture that we're keeping an eye on. When it shows a notch, essentially think about it like this. If the cloud is spinning, rain will get spun to the outside, centripetal force. And that's what basically you're seeing there in that notch here on the radar. So it kind of throws the rain out of it. And there it is with the, once again, Jennifer is putting up the rotation there. And you can see there on the velocity image, it's pretty dirty. It's not showing up real clear. Good sign, hopefully, that it's not a fully formed sort of tornado or anything like that. But regardless, we're likely getting gusty winds in through here, anywhere from 60 to 80 miles an hour. So plenty enough to do damage, even if we don't have a tornado on the ground. Get winds like that, got waterlogged trees, limbs come down, trees can fall on houses. Limbs can fall down on power lines and we could lose power. So there's all kinds of issues with that. And now right now it's right over Coy Smith Highway. Coy Smith Highway goes between Citronelle and Mount Vernon, right through the very northern part of the county. And that's where it's at. That's Coy Smith Highway right here. And it is basically right on top of that right now. John Johnston Road, it's not going to be too far from you. Up towards Chastang, it's going to be not too far from you as well. You should be in shelter if you're in Chastang. Happy Hill as well. Let's move a little farther to the north here. I want to show Fairford Road. There's John Johnston again, goes up to McIntosh. And then we get all the way up here to getting close to Chatham at this point. And you can see right through there. All these areas right through there between 43 and Highway 17 and even over to Highway 45, you're basically all included in this warned box for this storm as it continues to work its way to the north around 20 to 25 miles an hour. So if your phone just went off for a tornado warning in Mobile County, this is why. This is it. This is the box that's included. Right now it's just about to cross the state line, the county line from Mobile County into Washington County. So if you got that warning here on your phone for Mobile County and you live anywhere south of this, you don't have to worry about it, okay? This has already passed you by. This right there around Citronelle on Coy Smith Highway moving across the county line. Everybody else in Mobile County is out of this one, so you don't have to worry about it. You can just go about your day for the moment. We're not going to be having any more warnings in Mobile County anytime soon. This is moving out of the county and up to the north. We do have some more storms on the way. This is all part of a big system. It has a lot of rain that's headed our way. And the reason why we're starting to get some possibilities, some severe weather, is because we're kind of on the edge of this big old mass here. And what happens is these ones start at the outside like this, they can get their own little environment to spin up. Quick spin up tornadoes are going to be possible, particularly because we are now on the right side of a tropical system. I know if you haven't been paying attention, at 10 o'clock this morning, we got Tropical Depression number 17. It's out in the Gulf of Mexico, and what it's doing, it's combining with a front, a cold front that is up here in Louisiana right now. All this tropical moisture is just pouring into this front, and look at what's happening to the west of us. It is heavy, heavy rain all the way through Louisiana, through Mississippi, and we're kind of on the leading edge of all this right now. And that's why we've had that tornado warning earlier, and that's why we have the tornado warning right now for this one in northern Mobile County moving into Washington County. We're going to have more rain. Now, see, we're getting a little break. We're getting a bit of a break here after this storm pushes to the north. You can see not as much happening after that for a little while, but you can see over around New Orleans and going over towards around Picayune and Hattiesburg. More rain is on the way, and that heavy rain will get here later this afternoon or even early into the evening, and expect some heavy rain here tonight. A lot of these high school football games were canceled or moved for tonight, moved to Thursday night. And this is why, because we anticipated having some nasty weather rolling on in as we headed towards game time this evening. All right, Jennifer, I think we can go and zoom back down here. So pull up that right on down. Just want to stick to the major problem right now, which of course is the tornado warning that is for this area right here. You can see once again still seeing a bit of a notch in there, so it is showing some signs of rotation. Not necessarily rotation, once again, that may be all the way down the ground, but even if it's not, you're probably looking at some very gusty, strong winds. There's on the velocity right through there. Once again, it's a pretty dirty looking velocity couplet, so it's hard to know if it's anything down on the ground. Even if it's, you can't go outside and try to look at it, okay? There's tons of rain, blinding rain out there. So if there is something, you're not going to be able to see it because this rain around it is very, very heavy. You can see those dark reds right through there, right on the county line. That's some of that blinding type rain, the type of rain that can fill up a road real quick and make for really dangerous driving. This is all pulling to the north, so it's just about out of Mobile County. And as it moves into Washington County, it's likely we'll see the southern end of that tornado warning dropped off from the National Weather Service. And it's going to continue to roll to the north up to Chatham. There's McIntosh, there's Vinegar Bend, so right through there, it's moving almost due north. So that's where it's going to go through. So if you're in southern Washington County, once again, hopefully you need to be taking shelter, staying away from windows, staying away from the outer walls of the house, getting into an interior room. That's what you need to be doing. Just let this thing pass by. And hopefully everything will be okay, because right now, once again, the circulation here isn't very strong. It doesn't look like at this point. There's a nice little notch there, so we're going to have to continue to watch this. That's why we're under a tornado warning You can see right through here all that lightning, heavy rain wrapping around this right there. So watching out for the possibility of tornadoes here right in the northern part of the county on Coy-Smith Highway. That is where we are seeing some of the strongest of the rain and the strongest of the wind. Let me go ahead and check in with the Weather Service right now. Let's see, they did just, okay, moving north at 35. That's what they've got it posted at right now here for this storm. Once again, it's the very northern part of the county. All right, if you're just now joining us, let's just sort of reset. We do have a tornado warning for the very northern part of Mobile County and the southern part of Washington County. And it is for this storm right here that I'm zoomed in on. And that is up around Coy-Smith Highway, Chastang, Happy Hill, Fairford Road, John Johnston Road, Reed Settlement. These are the areas that are going to be impacted by this as it continues to move here. Off to the north, we have a tornado warning. And this goes until 2 o'clock, a pretty long time, because they anticipate this thing continuing to rolling to the north there between Highway 43 and Highway 17 in southern Washington County. Let me get back over to some of the velocity imagery and just take you on down here. And once again, it's not a very clear look here on the velocity couplet, but it's right through here, Chastang to Coy-Smith Highway. That's where we're seeing some of the strongest winds. And even if it's not reaching the ground, like I said, we're probably seeing winds between 60 to 80 miles per hour with this system. And go ahead and take you on out here. I want to give you the big picture look here too while we're talking about this, because we're not going to be completely out of the woods with this for quite a while. So we've got this tornado warning. It's really what we're seeing is the rain that we had go through this morning and around lunchtime was the leading edge here of a much larger system. And you can see all the heavy rain to the west of us. This is part of a double-barreled system here. This is a front that's moving to the south. And then just here, right around where that T in the tornado is at, there's an area of low pressure. That's actually tropical depression number 17. Now, tropical depression number 17, it may briefly get up to tropical storm strength. It just sort of depends on how it's being absorbed into the system. If it does, it would become Olga. Regardless of what it does, it's just going to pour a bunch of rain, a bunch of tropical moisture into this system. And you can see the orientation kind of goes to the north. That's why we're seeing it go, all this rain move up to the north. And eventually we're going to get to more of these rain bands as they slide over to us later on this evening. And as long as, once again, we're on the right side of this, we're probably going to have the possibility of seeing more tornadic activity with this evening. Quick spin-up type tornadoes are going to be possible here. We have a tornado watch for our entire area up through about 4 o'clock this afternoon. That could be extended till later on this evening, depending on how all this shapes out with getting these showers and storms on through. Jennifer, you can zoom us back down, and once again, let's stick to the not on this radar. There you go. Back up to the other right. There we go. And what we're looking at right there is the warned cell right through here. Right there on the county line between Washington County and Mobile County. So at this point, everybody in Mobile County is out of this. So no worries if you're in Mobile County. This storm is pulling to the north. It's all focused now in southern Washington County from McIntosh to Vinegar Bend. That is where we are seeing the possibility of a tornado, and it's still a very vigorous cell with a big notch in it. So that definitely shows that there's rotation going on with the storm. One of our limitations, unless we get some good info here in from law enforcement or something like that, we don't know if something is on the ground. It's more likely this is going to be up in the air, so with a strong rotation, but still seeing winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour. All right, so that's what we're looking at right now with a tornado warning, northern Mobile and Washington County. Right through here, Mount McIntosh up towards Chastang. Chastang is right here. If we go and Jennifer, head on. Let me get you up to on a new. I need to be on the still radar. Let me pull that one up, and so we don't have all the movement going, and we can really get down and show folks exactly where we're talking about. All right, so there's Chastang. There is Happy Hills. So if you're just turning on the TV and wondering what's going on here, we got a tornado warning. It was for Mobile County, for the northern part of Mobile County. Now the storm has moved into southern Washington County, up here around Chastang, Happy Hill here, Reed Settlement, topped it, and then going up towards Chatham and McIntosh. So these are the areas right now that if you're in Washington County, you need to be taking shelter. Rest of us, we're okay. There's no more warnings across any other part of our viewing area at all. So if you're watching from any other area besides this part of Washington County, you are in the clear for the moment. Like I said, we just showed the big picture. There is going to be some more rain moving in later, okay? But this is the one main cell that we're concerned with. It's in southern Washington County, so we want to be keeping this on for folks here to know exactly what's going on as this passes on through. So heavy rain right up here. There's Chastang, here's southern Washington County, Johnston Road, Fairford Road. This is the area that is seeing the heaviest of the rain and the possibility of a tornado here as it continues to work its way to the north at 35 miles per hour. So what's going to happen through the rest of the evening? We're going to continue to see these showers and thunderstorms. They're going to start coming back in a couple of hours. So we're going to get rid of this one here in just a bit, and then some more will come in later on this afternoon and then on into the evening hours. It's going to be a real wet, sloppy Friday night here across our area. Stay weather aware. If you are going out, please be careful, especially on the roads. That's really going to be the main issue from all this. Yeah, there's possible we could see some more quick spin up sort of situations, but the main threat really is going to be heavy rain, flooding type rain, the type of rain that can flood a road real quickly and cause really dangerous driving conditions. That's really what we're going to want to watch out for, not only this afternoon, but on into this evening. The last of this will pass through by tomorrow morning. In fact, Jennifer, if I could, let's go ahead and get the future cast up. Go down there to the bottom and hit some of the future, one of the future casts there, and let's go ahead and show what's going to happen here on the high resolution future cast. So there's 1 o'clock, and it's pretty well spot on showing us what we're looking at. And then as we go through the afternoon, you see kind of spotty storms. We are going to have to watch these, though. Once again, any of these storms that sort of break out ahead of the main line, they can sort of find their own environment. In other words, they don't have other storms drawing in all the energy around them. So when they're out here kind of on their own, we have to watch them carefully to see if they could spin up maybe a possibility of a quick tornado. We're going to have that possibility here through the afternoon and probably into the evening as well. The tornado watch is up until 4 o'clock. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that extended later on into the evening. So here's 7 o'clock, number of showers and storms around. This is why all these football games were moved. A lot of them were moved, but not all of them. I know Murphy will be playing here at Ladd tonight, so they're going to have to be watching out for some rain throughout the game. Let's go ahead and, Jennifer, keep on going here into the evening hours. You can see this is just a